everybody, it's Adam with Front Range Storm Contractors. We are in Westminster, Colorado today, here at a medical office where a vehicle crashed into the front of the building. Okay, so I wonder if this is zoomed. Nope, nothing at all. So we've done some work already, replacing the wall here. There was an entry door in this area that we've removed. There was a storefront that looks like this that we removed from here. Tonight we're here, we're going to do some painting. That's why we've got this drop cloth here. But I want to show you guys something outside real quick first. So, this is where the vehicle impacted the building. Hit right there, okay? Now we've had an engineer out and the structural supports run right through this column here and then across the top of the building up there, all right? But I want you to see something out here. The top of this column has actually pulled away from the stucco at the top there. Those blocks have pulled away a little bit from the stucco. Same with the next column this way. That stucco column, or I'm sorry, that block column is pulled away from the stucco some. But the next one down, it's cracked a little bit, but it hasn't really pulled away. And then same with the next column this way. It's cracked a little bit, but it hasn't really pulled away. So that's kind of what you would expect. More damage right next to the impact and less damage kind of further away. However, some of these pieces of soffit material here are also hanging because the building front, you know, has pulled that way a little bit from this section of the building. So the brackets that hold those up there have spread a little bit and the corners are now out of alignment, and so they're hanging a little bit. So like those corners right there are both hanging. This one is hanging a little bit, and I apologize because it's nighttime. You can't really see very well. That one right there is hanging. But unfortunately, we have to work at night at this medical clinic because they work during the day. So what I want to point out to you guys is that some materials don't have the majority of the damage or even all the damage at the point of impact. So this is a wood stick. So wood, unfortunately, I can't show you guys what I mean with this because wood doesn't do it, but metal does. So if you think about metal like a car or something else like that, if I were to slam this down onto the floor, it's not necessarily going to get all damaged and crumpled at the point of impact because the damage occurs at the weakest point. So it might crease right here and here into like a Z-shaped stick, right? This top half might go off that direction. The rest of this might crease over that way, and I could end up making this into a Z. I could smash it like this and the whole middle section just buckles, right? Or it could be the end. You never know where the weakest point of that material is. Now another thing that does that is concrete, okay? And the subfloor in this building is concrete. So even though the vehicle impacted the building over there, all the way over here is where you see damage in the floor. There was some damage right there, like the baseboards on this wall and baseboards on that wall, and so a couple of pieces of tile in between. But the rest of the floor damage is the very furthest end of the floor. So this floor, the last row of tiles is actually raised at least 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch there. And it's separated a little bit as well. And that crack in the tile flooring goes all the way from that corner to the far corner, and then there's a little bit of a crack right between the baseboard and the floor that continues along the wall to about right there, and on the other side along the wall to about right there. So look at this. It's at this mullion right here where these two windows mull together, and the exact opposite part of the wall is where the other crack starts. So it's basically, it's cracked a whole U shape on this end of the building. So, and the adjuster that came out completely missed any of the exterior damage and this damage to the flooring here. So that's what we're here for, is to make sure that none of the damage gets missed. Not only that, but I know it's minor. It could just be the light bulbs are out, but all of these light bulbs are off, and that happened from the accident as well. So, you know, this is kind of a larger, more complicated project. We're waiting on the windows to come in. Unfortunately, those windows take several weeks, but that'll. And then we're arguing with the insurance company about the flooring, but everything else is pretty much done. We're gonna have an electrician come in and do some detail work on the switch, putting that into the wall and stuff. But otherwise, we're pretty much done with this. And it's been kind of a fun project. All right, so have a good one, everybody.